Scanning the stars at night and infinity in just a day. Feeling like nobody knows you. Sometimes you wanna shout out your name. Sisters scorn, brothers war, lonely fate is hard to command. Forever told, forever forget you on your feet again. So lean a little on your friends, they will carry you. Shelter from the stormy nights. Lean a little on your friends, they will guide you through. You know you're gonna be alright. Looking at all we've lost, all the pain that living I can bring. But when we are together, yeah, we can take on anyone, anything. Sisters scorn, brothers war, lonely pain is harder to mend. Forever told, forever soul, get you on your feet again. So lean a little on your friends, they will carry you. Shelter from the stormy nights. Lean a little on your friends, they will guide you through. You know
Hello and welcome to the first official episode of our Fantasy Flight Games Edge of the Empire game. Have everyone?
Oh, everyone's
Yep.
very slightly muted for the intro.
Awesome. Yes?
That was Frank.
Oh, okay. Does it sound like you were saying something? Okay.
He's doing Guild War stuff.
As we did last time, we're going to begin this session with our destiny rolls.
Wait, you mean I actually have to log into the game?
Huh, I
Yes.
wonder.
Might help.
I've already forgotten how to do that. What are we doing? How are we doing?
You go to character sheet and you click roll destiny.
Made me cry.
Fantastic results so far. Oh, okay. Fine.
There we go.
Tarvin?
I'm really glad that I did not have a dice roll where I'm just rolling 2 difficulty dice, because that would have been very unfortunate.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
That's how the GM tells you to go fuck yourself in this game.
Oh,
Nothing with 2 difficulties.
this even?
4-4.
Awesome.
Balance of the force. And we didn't even have to kill any children.
Let's see.
Damn.
Don't listen to him. We don't need that kind of negativity in our life.
How about a sword? Can we keep the sword?
We may not keep the sword.
But.
And I'll be back again.
I vote that we keep the sword.
I like the sword.
Hello?
I mean, it got us a ship. Ish.
The
Got
sword?
us a free ship. Ish. Sword.
Or was it the ship, or was it, the bat?
I mean, it stabbed the previous owner, did it not?
Actually, it wasn't even the bat. It was kind of you. The bat helped.
The bat helped. I'm
I
never
was
going to have
working on
another
it.
good roll this entire game.
Hmm?
I'm never gonna have another good roll. Never again.
Okay. So, where last we left off, you guys had just stolen a ship. And
Does it count as stealing if the previous owner is dead?
yes, because you did not know that the owner was dead. I
How long
believe
does
that
it
that
become
counts as
archaeology?
stealing. What?
How long do you have to wait before it becomes archaeology?
Oh, you
I
know,
don't-
a few minutes.
I don't know,
Please?
Curious. How long does it take before it counts as archaeology?
Long enough.
Longer than what you did?
Oh. I think I have the best answer given that she's from the Ascendancy. I don't know how long does it take to finish filing the paperwork.
Oh,
Oh.
I was about to say it takes about a time until a guy in a pair of goggles and a Akaruba hat comes along and goes, "I'm a geologist."
But that's geology, not archaeology.
As the resident archaeologist, I would just like to point out that this conversation is entirely irrelevant.
That was a digger joke. They wouldn't know the digger joke.
Digger is in fact entirely irrelevant, so both statements are in fact still, they're still in play.
Fair enough.
Alright, so, in the meantime, you guys have found out a little bit about each other.
More than we wanted to know.
Actually, Jadmus hasn't revealed very much. She doesn't like talking about herself.
And we
That's
don't
My
know
head, my headcanon is that Karis has just been pulling on Jadmus's hair occasionally.
So, I really appreciate I asked you guys, roleplay, get to know each other's characters a little bit, and the roleplay has not stopped since our prologue.
So thank and fuck all of you. I've been trying to get you assholes to use Discord to roleplay between sessions for almost 3 fucking years.
I feel the same
Oh,
way.
don't be butthurt, Matt. It won't last.
I totally did the thing the last time you suggested it, and no one joined me.
I'm gonna be butthurt. I'm gonna have to go back to the store and buy more Preparation H.
I am just as butthurt as you, if not more.
Go check it out.
So, I did ask a couple of you how you have been advertising for jobs or for looking for work. Because that's the thing, you still gotta pay for fuel and food. You may not have ship payments, but you guys need some money.
Right. As I said, Jadmus has tried to get as many non-aligned and Imperial contacts as she can get a hold of to see about getting some legitimate jobs that aren't assassinations or bounty hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was that one time that I stole this thing called a replicator off of.
No,
It was a
no,
big,
you did not.
It was a big ship. It had a big round disc and a pair of nacelles, and I don't know. It was
You
called the
guys have
Tempest.
not found the Eternal Engine or anything like that.
Damn. I would like to propose a mission
Hang on,
to see
we're
such things.
not. Josh isn't saying it was the Eternal Engine.
I know, but I'm saying he knows that replicators don't exist in universe,
I
and
know.
I was going to the closest thing to it.
It's preemption.
Wait, what do you mean replicators don't exist?
Specifically,
Star Wars, not Star Trek.
I was making the joke that this crew just barely went and stole from Jimmy's Saturday game crew.
I kind of figured.
Okay, so wait. Are you telling me that I do not have a Starfleet rank then?
That is exactly what I'm telling you.
Motherfucker!
Damn.
The only one who that qualifies for in this call is me.
And that's not even Steiner.
Nope.
Anyway, and
Trying to figure out what color to turn my desk.
I liked red. In all of your guys' searchings and whatnot, you guys have found periodically a small job or two, and then
Saving
Steiner.
space.
Hmm?
Rescuing space cats from space trees.
I didn't know you
Returning
guys were doing the superhero
condos.
route.
Jadmus is definitely not doing the superhero route.
But it's good for you, Jadmus. Just
You-
broaden
like,
your
let's-
horizons.
Let's go rescue some cats, and he ends up tied up in the cargo hold. Someone's
Yeah,
sock
perhaps-
stuffed in his mouth.
You can pretend that you were rescuing cats. You were really just smuggling them in because they're illegal on that planet.
Let's be honest. With this crew, smuggling cats is pussy hunting.
I resemble that statement.
Let's be honest. Okay,
No. This is now canon.
there is not a single member of this crew that is not interested in women. I want you all to realize that.
So when we all get together and go, hey guys, let's go to a bar, we start assigning wingmen, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna go save some cats. And probably free some birds.
Oh my goodness.
Kira stands in the corner looking baffled.
Tarvin goes back to translator responsibilities where he leans over and he says, we're all going to try to find women to hook up with.
Yeah. Save some cats and free some birds. That's what I said, right?
I feel like that's going to be Tarvin's, like, his main social responsibility within the group. Just somebody says something and he leans over and he whispers to Kira, and we hear, ah.
Probably.
Emily? Emily? Are you
What?
muted?
Yes, I'm muted.
Okay. I just want to make sure you weren't adding to the conversation without realizing you were muted.
No, I'm aware this time.
Okay.
Now.
You're just being very quiet. How has she been looking for jobs? Has she been looking for jobs?
Wait, what? Is this directed at me now?
Yes.
Oh. Well, no, the Vasu has no contacts, but she does know, some underworld information, so she would know where to go to look for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can go to these places and look around, see who needs what done. Or I guess more likely go to the places and look for the people who are desperate enough to hire someone with no
People with no reputation.
reputation, you know.
Oh, come on, Sin, talk us up. Be like, we're amazing. We stole a ship, and we got away with it too.
So,
Steiner, I would advise not fessing up to that on a regular basis.
speaking of people with no experience or reputation, have any of you talked amongst each other about the things that you do? What is your group dynamic?
Tarvin and Kira's had a conversation about the fact that they need to figure out what the group dynamic is.
So, do you guys want to do that like in the ship, or do you want to do that at a bar? At a cantina?
I feel like talking about, like, hey, are we okay with stealing and blowing shit up is probably a good thing to talk about in more private methods.
So, a corner table at a container.
So basically, we just go in, shoot everyone, and take over the canteen. Gotcha.
It's like, so I had a question, guys. I feel like we already answered it at this point.
Moving on.
Moving on from this fucked up game of telephone.
So, I mean, I leave this up to you. I would be interested in a social scene of how you guys decide how your group runs. Do you have a captain? That's a thought.
Cassie just brought up the C word.
Cheese.
You don't have to have a captain.
The person who's captain is required to talk in a William Shatner voice the whole time.
I kind of think you guys have Space Mom.
Do we have a space mom?
She knows who she is.
She knows.
So the question is she also a robot that's going to end up, like...
Betraying us?
I was going to say abducting her bleeding out boyfriend, but then I just realized that gets, like, a little bit more ominous towards the projected lifespan of my characters. So we're going to move on.
I mean, to be fair...
It's probably happened before.
Probably. It's all in the perspective, right?
So, I heard one person say corner booth of cantina, another person say private.
Like
Private.
On the ship.
On the ship?
On the ship.
On the
It's
ship.
the only place we have definitive privacy.
But we don't even
Okay.
have that on the ship. But
Yeah, I mean, I
who knows what the
apologize.
previous owner was running.
Well, I mean, he's dead now, so it's kind of moot. But I apologize for what Ivasu walked in on the other day.
I thought we were speaking of this.
I mean, you said we weren't speaking about this. I have a big mouth.
He does, it's true.
Brag.
He really does.
Oh God.
Kyrus kind of laces her fingers together and looks up at the ceiling.
Okay, so anyway, aside from making, Ivasu want to stab me or whatever. Okay, so guys, tonight we have protein noodles again, but this time at least we have actual meat. Yeah, you're fucking welcome. I just want you all to know I'm next to broke now, so I hope you enjoy the meal. Also, I'm immediately losing any good grace by having done this because we need to talk.
Oh my.
No, you have to do it in Steiner's voice, Josh.
Oh my. I'm sorry.
And what type of discussion are you suggesting, Tarvin?
At this point, he just kind of steps to the side and he just looks at Kyrus and just, hey, I did my part. You're up. Come on.
She raises one eyebrow and then the other, and tips her head at him, and flips him off.
Hey, I'm pretty sure Jadmis can do that dance too. She knows her shit, but just can we get to the point?
How do you do that with your eyebrows?
Oh, shit, thank you. So Kyrus sits up, kind of in her seat, and folds her arms across her chest and rests her elbows on the table with absolutely atrocious table manners, but, you know, who cares? It's practical. And she hesitates for a minute. Like she's seriously considering what she's about to say in a sharp counterpoint to her companion. If we're going to do this thing where we're on a ship serving together, we need to make certain that we are all on the same page. That we are all on board with whatever jobs we are taking on, and no one will get stabbed in their sleep. So if you have any objections to whatever this is, and she's looking at Jadmis as she says this, now would be the time to speak up about it.
If we're going to get on the same page, start by reading the same book. So, what is this?
Well, that's kind of. Hold on. As he tries to stop choking on a bit of his noodles. That's kind of what we got to figure out. Because I mean, like we discussed a little bit before, man. I get it. You kind of got roped into this and whatever. So
You can still dump him out an airlock.
we could. I think that'd be a little bit unfair, but you never know. It all depends. Do you want to go flying?
I will take at least 3 of you with me.
Anyway, point is though that okay, there's a lot of stuff that we could do with the ship. That's the thing. We have a ship. We have a ship that is probably one of the most how to put it. This is one of the most flexible freighter class ships that's out there. We as far as trying to actually get anything going and happening, we kind of lucked out really well on this. But we got to figure out what we're going to do with it. I mean, there's legal enterprise and all that jazz where we could go and freaking get on our knees for the lawmen and everything and deal with that. And that would be boring as shit. But when you've got a ship like this, you got to keep it in the air. It'd be disrespectful to do anything else. So it's a matter of how willing are you guys to do whatever we would need to keep her flying.
Honestly, I got nowhere to go, so it's all good with me.
At this point, Tarvin's just he's looking at each person, and after Steiner.
You know where my line sits.
Nothing above the collarbone.
She says something very, very nasty and very, very rapid fire inches.
All I care about is that we keep moving. That's all I care about.
Okay.
Yes, I need to eat. I need money for things. I like things. I do like things. But otherwise, all I really care about is that we keep moving. So
I'm with Sin on this one.
Do you like us? are you at least willing to put up with us?
I'm willing to put up with you right now.
Okay.
It is
Shiv?
merely a mutually beneficial arrangement until it is no longer so beneficial or mutual.
And how about you,
Of
Shiv?
us.
Well, I didn't have any plans. But I have one rule, right? No slavers.
I feel like that one's... Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
that-
like that one's... Yeah,
No
seconded.
complaints here.
I will literally shoot one of you in the face if you even think about taking up a slaving contract.
I mean, no offense, but I'm not exactly surprised by that one.
Kiris has taken a temporary marker and started writing on the surface of the table. And that is her first bullet point. No slavers.
All right. So, let's see. Jadmis? What are you thinking?
I will willingly tag along for now.
All right.
I mean, the fact that I haven't killed anyone in the ship yet speaks to how willing I am to stay on board.
You kill people, you're not a psychopath. I know you better than that.
Trying to find where the location.
Do you?
Karis.
Yes.
Just being funny. You don't have to draw that much attention to it. It's okay. Anyway, so the whole advantageous till no longer advantages and all that brings up a thing that I've learned over the years working from one port to another.
You mean with gems?
We, even if things get to a point that they're not going to be advantageous for each other,
Sometimes.
we
But it was just
Frank,
some,
shut
There-
up.
I'm mute for right now.
Someone turn that Holovid off.
Yeah, we're watching like Frank in the Castles or something. I don't know. But anyway, you got to be able to trust your crewmates, right? If there's ever a point when things are looking like, hey, if Jasmus is deciding you guys aren't worth flying with at this point, and or whatever, I don't. Okay, whatever. Screw it. I was gonna put it in a nice way, but if I end up getting betrayed by a second crew, I will hunt all of you the fuck down. And you guys have seen me fly through an asteroid field at this point. You will not get away from me.
In all fairness, his last crew is dead as well.
In other words, if we plan to betray the crew, kill you first. Got it.
Or more to the point, just if it's looking like you can't stay as part of this crew, I'd rather it'd be better for everybody. Because let's be honest, we're all a bunch of vengeful fucks, apparently. If the conversations for the last couple of weeks have been any indication, so
Kiris grins.
I believe the better statement would be that we're all not dumb. We know who we're dealing with, and we know that
Yeah.
boundaries are important.
and if it's looking like those boundaries aren't going to work out, it's better to leave.
On good terms, if
Yeah.
not at least in one piece.
Can we all at least agree on that? That if things are looking to go south, that we talk about it and split instead of blowing each other to the whatever fucking afterlife you believe in.
Now, why would I ever do that?
To be fair, it did seem like you got off on a little bit of the wrong foot, my friend. Gun to the head and all.
I mean, we can say whatever we want to at this point, but it still might happen anyway.
I think you know me well enough that I don't have to actually acknowledge that question with a response.
Yeah, you do. You know me well enough to know the kinds of crap that I've been through too. I mean, whether we like each other or not, if we're all going to be flying together, we got to be able to trust each other. And if you genuinely believe that everybody at this table's lying, then we can find a port.
No, I think this will work. I think this will work just fine to make my needs do exactly what I need for them.
All right, that's Steiner on board.
Yeah, I'm in.
Kyrus shrugs. She was already in, but she'll show it anyhow.
Fine.
Shiv?
Betrayal was never really on the table for me, so it honestly worries me that you feel the need to bring it up.
Treat everybody the same. Treat everybody fair.
Let the poor man cover his bases. He needs it.
He double finger guns at Kyrus.
She just kind of nods.
I'm apparently the stand-in for Curious at this point.
I mean, it was that or I point at the mini fridge, and that just does, like, she's cold, but not quite, not quite as cold as ice.
Detached.
Yes.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice. Sorry.
I mean, it's fairly accurate. Want to buy theme song. So I suppose that now that matter is in hand.
But did
More or
Sin say?
less.
Did Sin say a thing?
Huh?
Sin
Yes, she
said
did.
she was in.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I was like trying to run through the ticks of everything. Moving on.
I can
Right,
hardly
so-
wait to do this when we get another person.
Oh, at that
Yeah,
point it'll be all of us sitting on one side of the table and them on the other with a big light in front of their face, and then we can just really start fucking with them.
Kyrus drops her knuckles on the table. She's clearly trying to rein Tarvin in a little bit.
So are we going to do a blood pact or some such? I've got a knife.
Kind of barbaric culture are you from?
I think he's been watching too many hollow vids.
They're very good, huh?
I just got your shoulder patched up. I know you went to slice your arm open.
The hand. You sliced the
Your
hand.
hand. You need the dexterity there. Where is the logic? Where's the rationality? How does that make sense? Pray tell.
This isn't a hollow novella. We're not going to cut ourselves and like mash our blood together to form a pact. That's ridiculous.
Right.
And unsanitary.
That's where raccoons come from.
I tried.
So, I guess the better question would be, if we're all working together, what does everyone bring to the table? Like, I got some hints.
Who's in charge?
Nobody's in charge.
I think we need to know what everybody can do first.
To be properly sized, since he's only a meter tall, Steiner stands up on a chair and goes, like this is an AA meeting, and goes, "Hi, I'm Steiner. I've done information security and databases for about most of my life. I'm really good at breaking them."
could almost be taken for a whole person like that.
Shut your face.
We're family already.
What do you do other than change color and smell funny?
Children are bickering.
Well, not to brag, but I'm the most handsome man in the galaxy.
I've had better.
No.
He just smiles.
I think the cover of Massive Muscles Mightly would disagree.
The what?
Shiv pulls down both sides of his tunic and proceeds to flex.
Don't. Why did you set him off like that? I don't want to see that.
You continue to perplex me, madam.
He's all bulgy, like he's allergic to something. It's gross.
There we have the
Ow.
bronze of this crew.
He all swole up.
Ugh. It's twice now you're trying to put me off my dinner.
Which is unfortunate because it tastes delicious.
Finest excreted food that I've had all week.
Anyway, if that doesn't answer your question, I don't know what will. Need someone charmed? Call me. Need someone struck? Call me.
Okay, so you know what? That works within a crew because you always need somebody who is willing to just pound anything.
Mostly sand. Mostly pounding sand.
Curious looks confused.
It was a double entendre.
He leans over to Curious. He can beat people up or fuck them hard. He's willing to do it either way.
Ah.
Anyway, so let's see. Well, I'm pilot. Pretty much if it's got a control stick on it, I can fly it. And I'm actually pretty damn good at being a pilot. And well, I mean, it's a decent shot, I guess, with some ship gunnery, but I don't know. If we ever have a mission where you have the ability to put me into a fighter, we'll see how much cover you need.
A lackluster performance, but we are in space, so we do need a pilot. Anyone else?
I can fly a little bit, that's why I've been in the co-pilot seat. I can be charming when I want to be. I know a little bit about the underworld from various experiences. Pretty good under pressure. I can fire this pistol. I don't know.
An admirable skill set.
What exactly does it take to compel you to be charming?
First, you probably have something I want. Second, you don't annoy the crap out of me. That's probably the two major things that would compel me to be charming.
Halfway there.
I'm a researcher and an archaeologist. And apparently the ship's medic. She kind of grimaces. Been working the Outer Rim for 2 years solo. but medical training is probably the best thing I can bring to the table immediately. I can handle myself with a sword. She takes that opportunity to kind of fondle her sword hilt.
Why? At this point, Chev says, "Think finder," in a very dignified chess language. Very proud of himself.
She corrects him with a nearly imperceptible pronunciation change.
I can't believe he said that about your mother.
Oh no.
Out of character, he doesn't speak chess.
Oh, there's a ship, and I'll stop stopping him.
At least he's trying. Unlike some of us Crown.
I believe at this point all eyes in the room turn to Jadmus as the only person who has not said a thing.
Ah. She's a mime.
No, sorry. I need to change my push to talk key.
Yeah.
Well, a story was just told.
No, she just says my name is Jadmus, and I have experience with diplomacy. Not that I always use it. And I'm pretty decent at killing. Next.
Decent?
I mean, somehow you're still alive, aren't you, Crown?
That's because she never tried.
That almost sounds like a challenge.
No,
If it's
that's
more than a week with the man, you would know that it is just that.
oh whatever.
Am I wrong?
Well, you spend more than 24 hours in my immediate presence. Of your own volition. You're the one that messaged me.
While we're
He
talking
just
about
sits there
histories,
smug.
She tells him where he can shove it.
Tarvin.
Hmm?
I had the chance to kill you. I left instead.
Oh, that's what was going on. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate that.
So don't think that I can't.
I never... Okay. What is it with everybody here Okay, I never said you couldn't. I said you didn't try. Those are two very different statements, everybody.
he has
That's what I was trying to get at. You said, you're decent. I'm like, only decent? As in, like, holy crap, I have seen you just eviscerate an entire room of people.
Oh yeah, that was a good night.
Curious is having so many revelations this evening.
So I guess that might be a good segue while we're talking about mutual histories and backstory. Obviously, everyone has a reason for wanting to be on this ship. For clarity's sake, and there's no surprises, do we want to tell each other why we have a reason to be on this ship?
No.
My
Well,
reasons are my own, not yours.
Don't mind them,
I
Snyder.
was surprised.
This is kind of the baseline.
I wouldn't have asked the question if I didn't want an answer to it. So we have 2 nays.
I think it's obvious why I'm here.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch why you were here. When we were running from gunfire.
I'm here because I was running from gunfire.
He didn't so much run as was driven by it. I mean, I will say it was a pretty good hit.
The impact
Yes, I
of
need to send the Captain of the Guard a gift card.
the impact wound was quite impressive.
Well,
Okay.
well,
Passing
okay.
out of play.
I guess I'll do it as a token of trust. I pissed off some syndicate men when I stole certain files from their secure server. They pulled some strings with the authorities and put a bounty on my head. So I gotta keep moving. And that's me.
I'm glad that we already all made that agreement of not backstabbing everybody on the crew out of pettiness and money.
Well, who knows if they'd even pay the bounty.
Your new code name can be Trustworthy.
All in favor?
I am a fan of 10.
Out of character, Matt, I hate you.
But
For
plus, I
everyone-
mean,
For everyone not in the know, I already have a character named 10.
no, you have a character named Tenoji. And that's his actual name.
How many characters named 10?
Just one. Just one character.
Over how many platforms?
All of them. Literally, as a plot point, all of them.
I'm so glad about the one that does that.
The best part is, it's his own damn fault.
It is my own damn fault.
Anyway. So, which syndicate did you piss off exactly? It might help us know which planets to avoid as much.
Cassie, I don't think we've ever determined. Oh, wait, no, we did.
name-
Nova something, right?
No, the
Nova
Nova
Prime.
Star. No, that was the syndicate on Rishi.
Oh, yeah.
No, we did not decide the name, so come up with a name. It doesn't have to be in canon.
I mean, pretty much our entire game is going to be just our version of Star Wars anyway.
It's true enough.
It's not fun.
Give me...
I don't want you to have pissed off somebody as big as like the Black Sun or anything like that. So
But I'm noticing a theme here. They all seem to have like some form of alliterative kind of sci-fi bandity kind of name. So give me a second to think on it.
Yes, because they're sci-fi bandits.
Sorry,
Like they fit a trope.
I meant barbarian-ish, like you know.
I mean,
No-
there's one that's just called like the Syndicate.
The Rishi Syndicate? I mean, we could just call them that and just call it good.
What?
We could just call them the Rishi Syndicate. And
No,
be good.
no. The Nova Stars are the Syndicate on Rishi, or the pirates on Rishi. But he didn't piss people off on Rishi. He was just trying to get off the planet. Like he's been planet hopping.
Whatever. Do we want to just keep the conversation moving and say, "Oh, those guys," and then just we'll come back to it later?
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, those guys.
Scarface Syndicate.
So, what exactly did you steal from them to piss them off? They seem pretty chill since they never do pay out their bounties.
Actually, I have a name. We're gonna call them the Black Viceroys.
Racist as fuck.
God damn it, Matt! Now I can't use that because you said that.
At least it's not a blueberry.
Blueberries.
Not the vice black boys.
Blueberry.
Was that meant to sound sexual, Josh? Because that sounded sexual.
I was trying to go for
me.
the tongue sound from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I screwed it up. I stole some pay data, you know.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
something that some other people would want. I don't want to talk about that part.
You fucked up big.
Yeah.
Enlighten me.
Okay, so if he has all the pay data off of one of the crime syndicates, like, their ledgers, who they bribe?
Oh no. It's pay data is slang on the digital place. It's any form of information that someone else is willing to pay money for.
Okay, so you're being intentionally ambiguous. Gotcha.
Intentionally, yeah.
Suppose if we don't know what it is, we can't turn them in for it.
Yeah, but if we don't know what it is, we can't avoid the people that would be looking for it. So, 6 in one hand, half dozen in your mother.
My mother was a saint.
Curious has actually heard that expression from him before and does not look confused.
Anyway, so as far as the whole, why are we here? Well, okay, just try and keep stuff rolling. I mean, I'm here because this is what I've always done. This is just this is the life. And you don't stop living your life just because,
what's with the telescopic mirror?
well, for really anything.
Of all of the confused ideologies that you might ascribe to Tarvin, that may be the most intelligent of them.
He kind of shoots her a look.
She actually meant it as a compliment and smiles sincerely.
Well, there's not a lot of competition, but
For a dude who tries to claim to be charming, you really talk out of your ass a lot.
it's a very charming ass.
No, not really.
Like chromatic.
You
Jim
say
stands up.
you say charming, but obviously you're not very charming, considering that 3 of us are quite annoyed by you.
You're charmed, you just don't know it.
You keep hitting on the gay woman.
Oh my goodness.
And obviously, being the nobleman you are, education wasn't a priority for you, was it?
Oh, this is great. I love this.
needed to learn what I needed.
Obviously, you didn't.
Anyway, so as far as anybody else coming from why we are here, anybody else have anything they want to throw out there?
Well, I can add why I'm here on this ship from Rishi.
What
I'm
were
not
you doing there?
I was attempting to kill someone.
Attempting? It's been a long time since I heard you phrase it that way.
Well, he apparently went to the same school as our nobleman here because he attempted to fix something that he had no experience fixing and died before I could get to him.
Was it at least messy?
Are you at least still getting paid?
No.
That sucks. Like, what does it matter if you were the one to off him? He died.
The contractor was very specific.
Oh. One of those
Hence
more
why I
about a
wasn't-
vendetta than the result.
Yes, hence why I was not able to afford passage off of Rishi.
That sucks.
But that's why I'm here on the ship.
I believe I speak for both Crown and myself when I say that we are on this ship because he got our previous one destroyed. I cleaned up your mess.
Yeah, a misidentified mess.
It was a mess, Tarvin.
Okay. So, for the purposes of just my own defense here, when she said my whole other crew is gone, she's not kidding. We got backstabbed by somebody from the crew, and pretty much everybody but myself and one other person died. Well, one of the people that died, their mate, wife, husband, I don't fucking know. Their Rhodian partner.
Very well.
Exactly. So they just are like, oh, hey, look, Tarvin fucking survived. It's probably his frickin' fault. So we're just going to go slag him and his ship and everything that he holds friggin' dear. And so next thing we know, we're on our way back to the ship after a nice little date and all that jazz and having a good time. And then the fucking ship explodes.
I guess the mirrors are part of what
That's a fascinating story. Such spontaneous ship combustion.
it's found in biography.
No, Steiner, the
I
person
get
that
it.
was-
I get it. Someone blew up your ship. I'm being sarcastic.
We have a lot of that at the table tonight.
I'm not sarcastic.
Where do I go for this?
No, you're
Yeah,
just an
true.
ice queen.
Sorry for your loss.
Which chicken? I mean, I talked to the head architect.
A learning experience, to be certain. But I am sure that we can all come out ahead
no,
of
she's
this
got it
challenge. Nothing is insurmountable.
Pretty much. So, anyway. Let's see. Who else hasn't fessed up why they're here?
Well, no one has to fess up. I just, If suddenly I scoot from a bar with rapid haste, you know why.
Yeah, it's all good. So, Sin,
Huh?
do you want to tell us why you need to just get off Arishi, or are you gonna wait on that one?
I mean, it's really no one's fucking business. But, I mean, we probably shouldn't go back. So there's that.
No desire to be back on that planet ever again.
Had nice beaches, I think.
We all know why you liked the beaches, Tarvin.
Swimming is fun. You can get your entire starship underneath the water, and you can go hang out with like all the friggin' fish. It's nice. It's pretty.
Also, it might have been on the news.
All the what?
Anyway, doesn't matter. It's not important.
But is it interesting?
I'd say no, not really. I mean, really, it's just, it just involves a few small crimes, petty crimes. Grand theft, speeder, and a crash. Nothing major. Nothing interesting.
What kind of speeder did you get?
I don't know. Do I look like a gearhead to you?
I mean, no, but I figured I would ask.
The first one available?
What did it look like?
It was longer than it was wide.
Uh-huh.
Had an engine. It was
Uh-huh.
red.
Give me the horror.
Fastest color.
Oh! Wait, was it one of the ones with those little like wings on the top of the back end?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
Look, I wasn't even going that fast. So it doesn't even matter. Anyway, Reese was just supposed to be a stopover anyway. So,
Were you heading anywhere particular?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I just figured I'd ask.
It raises a good question, though. Failing the presence of a particular objective in the moment, where are we headed?
That's the thing we should probably figure out.
So, when we started the scene, it was kind of meant to be somewhat shortly after the meetup on Rishi. And I said that it will have been a couple months between that meeting and where we start our official session. So this is kind of like the epilogue of the prologue, I guess. So where did you go in the meantime? What kind of jobs do you think you got?
I mean, Curious is still going to have been searching for any kind of points of archaeological interest, whether that's relics or databanks on or near the route that they're taking.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at this point, I'm giving you free rein. You guys did a couple jobs in the interim. What do you think you did?
I figured at least maybe like 1 or 2 cargo runs at least.
Search and acquire.
Yeah, equal parts like treasure hunting, like act like legitimate. Somebody says, "Hey, I need these things delivered to what's his face over on this planet." We're like, "Pay this much, no questions asked." And they're like, "Deal."
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Do a couple of those. Maybe maybe I don't know. Maybe another
Pussy hunting session.
I mean, there's that. No, as you say, maybe another bounty went completely sideways. Like they're like, hey, we want you to go. Like, this dude's gonna be in a pod race over on this like salt world, and we want him to not make it to the finish line. And like they had this thing like, we want you to just swoop in with your ship and just blow him the fuck up. And so we're hanging out in the city for a couple days, and Steiner's just like, wait a second, I'm gonna go get some stuff. And the next thing we know, it's the day of the race. We're getting ready to go fly out there, and then like he makes it maybe 1,000 feet down the strip, and then he just explodes, and Steiner just pulls out like a friggin' temperature regulator.
Easy as pie.
This is now canon. I like it.
Though I guess out of character, I should ask: as a whole, does anybody in this crew actually have an issue with murder?
No.
Potentially.
Like,
it depends on the murder.
Murder in cold blood or wanton murder, no. Murder for money and or self-defense, yes.
If
Sound
it is
about
a
right?
necessity, yeah.
Self-defense, yes. For money, kind of.
I mean, you guys can choose your bounties. People put out bounties for reasons.
Yeah, and I
they're
think
not always lethal.
Steiner will probably have a more of a problem with like large amounts of murder or graphic murder, but things like that where it's like, it was a bounty. I pulled his thermoclar out, his thing exploded.
If he had a better pit crew,
he could have checked.
Yeah, he's keeping in mind that Steiner is very much still into this for the thrill and the novelty of doing it, and living a life that's not governed by bureaucracy. Then yeah, he's gonna be a little flippant towards it, but he might start having a conscience when things get real.
Then if I have a bounty that I need to take, I will have you drop me off.
Oh, you also like Tarvin has no issue with offing a motherfucker. He's not like a mass murderer or anything, but it's like nope. Those credits keep us in the air.
Quite happily.
Wait, what was that, Sarah?
Kira has demonstrated that she can stab people quite happily.
Okay.
And Ubasu seems to give no fucks.
Both literally and metaphorically.
Wah, wah.
Shut up, if I'm stuck being Space Mom, I have to make dad jokes too.
Alright. So it's been a few months. You guys are keeping in the air. And Steiner... Oh.
Don't worry about it. Keep going.
Sorry, Matt had a thing.
Oh, I thought it was because I just pinged you.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay. We need to draw a
So it's been a few months. You guys have learned a bit more about each other. Hopefully some of you have relaxed a little bit. But, you know, that's up to you guys.
Why do I feel like that comment was pointed at Jadmus?
Maybe.
Sorry, I was having to read something. What was the comment?
I said, hopefully some of you have relaxed a little bit. I'm not sure if Tarvin knows yet about Jadmus and Curious.
Nope. We are milking that one.
They know about him, though.
When Steiner gets a message over the holonet. But one sec, because our door is being knocked on. Alright. So, Steiner, this is what you see on your data pad. It was a message forwarded to you, and you've seen a thing going around on the holonet. Slicers have been challenging each other. They find a job, send it to the person, challenge them, and then if they succeed, they then have go and nominate the next person. It's a little bit of a reputation thing. And you found that most slicers who succeed on a challenge tend to find better jobs afterward.
Wait, are we about to get a proc rate bonus?
It might be. So, I almost... He squints at the holopad, or his data pad. I almost hate you just by your screen name alone.
you know who this person is. Like you haven't met them, but there's somebody that you've talked to over the HoloNet before, chat rooms and whatnot. Go into Roll20 and you'll see it.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna say some people are hanging out in the common room of the ship. The door opens and Steiner wanders in, looking at his data pad as usual. Hey guys, I might have a chat.
Is it only for the guys?
No, it's for everyone.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were the translator. I thought you'd know this slang. Come on, keep up.
You know what? I'm just saying, after that last mission, the thing that we did, whatever. Just let's go get everybody.
Kyrus comes wandering in from down the hall, wearing a lab coat, gloves. She has a hypodermic needle in her hand.
Who are you sticking?
You, if you are not careful.
He blinks at her twice, considering he's only 3 feet tall.
The needle's like 3 inches long. It's okay.
What is even in that?
Think very carefully about whether or not you actually want the answer to that question, Crown.
I mean,
Now, You mentioned
Anyway,
the job as
so-
I was coming in.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I got tagged in a. It's a thing. It's a thing going along with Slicer community. Basically, tagging one another in jobs to try and put down a professional challenge. Looks like there's someone seeking individuals on Kuat to recover some stolen cargo and information. Job may include pay or in computers, and possible bodily harm hazard pay is included.
I'll be right back.
Got a contact number here.
Do we know what kind of cargo we're looking for?
Doesn't say. We'd have to probably call the contact.
She blinks down at the shorter being.
Are you showing the data pad, or are you just
He's kind of just reading it off at this point, but considering he's so short and she's standing next to him, she can probably read it. If she's capable of reading it upside down.
Do you trust this person?
Well, so far, I have worked with him before. I've known him a while. He has an unfortunate taste in screen names.
Taste seems to be a particularly apt term in this instance.
you really
She's
You
trying
would
very
know.
hard to be funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would know that's a type of music.
And it's one that Tarvin hates with a seething passion.
Yep.
So no, I don't think he'd send me a faulty job intentionally. But I do know that the people who manage to prove themselves, sorry, I keep losing the voice, to prove themselves do find themselves finding better and better work.
If you are confident in the authenticity, then I see no reason to turn down the potentials.
All right, I will contact the guy then. We'll see what the specifics of this job are.
Was anyone else have anything to say about that?
Jadmis isn't in the room. Even though she's in the few months has been slightly warmer to everyone, she's still a very secluded, or she seeks seclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So yeah, Steiner, if you want to get the info about it from the guy, we'll get, once you know a little bit more, we'll just rope everybody together and we'll figure out, or is that against the rules?
No, it's not against the rules. Job just got to be done.
Oh, cool. Then yeah, just figure out what the job is. We'll talk to everybody and see if it's a thing we're gonna do.
I will run
Right.
a risk analysis with the knowledge that we have at the moment.
I mean, I guess.
So I suppose Steiner then paces his way over and hops into the comm console chair, hooks up his pad, and starts working on contacting this guy.
Okay, how's he gonna do so?
I assume that number right beneath his name is his contact number.
Yes, I was gonna ask, is he doing a hollow transmit, or is he just over voice only, or is he just emailing?
I'm going to say he's going to do a voice only to start with.
Mm-hmm.
So, like painting a scene, like he pulls up the comm console, he checks the encryptions on their comm signal. You see some bars fill and some things circle around, and some icons like spin on the screen. Multicolored wheel in the middle somewhere. And then he types in the comm number and pushes for a voice call. And waits patiently, drumming his fingers.
After a couple rings, he hears, "Howdy, this is Sil."
Why, hello there, Sil. I understand you're seeking professionals who need a bit of computer work and some possible bodily harm.
Ah, yes, you saw the ad.
Yes, yeah, I saw the ad.
My representatives at Aldicorp are certainly willing to pay good money to get their stolen property back.
Well, Sil, let's have a talk. What exactly sort of cargo and information are we looking to recover here?
Well, I can't give all that information until we meet in person. I can tell you that there is no how to say, there's no punishment or whatnot for no obligation. If you accept it and don't get it, we aren't going to come after you. But some of it's more personal nature.
Well,
More private nature. This company's got some proprietary. I can't talk right now. I can't talk and also be in an accent. It doesn't work.
That's fine. It takes practice.
Yeah. Information, and I don't know who's on this comm except you. You understand.
Oh, I understand. Perhaps you can let me know in broad strokes. Just give me a yes or no on this one.
Josh, you forgot the voice.
Sorry. Just give me a yes or a no on this one. It ain't people, and this stuff's in the blue, right? It's not. We ain't gonna have Port Authority breathing down our necks when we bring it back to you, right?
People that stole it claim it's theirs.
It's not actually an answer to my question, Sil.
I can't guarantee what Port Authority's gonna say, whose paperwork they're gonna believe.
Gotcha. But it's not people, right?
It's not people.
Okay. How much does the job pay?
He throws out a number that I didn't think about before the session.
Shame. Shame.
Is it a reasonable number?
It is very reasonable. Including hazard pay.
To the south.
Is it enough to make Tarvin blush?
Blush? No. Realize, not bad.
Good enough.
He hits the mute button on the call real quick and looks over to Tarvin and Chris. Karis. Damn it, I'm gonna have to remember your name.
Kiris.
To see what they think is, because they can overhear this.
Tarvin is totally making the not bad at facial expression.
And the lady with the needle?
Curious just kind of nods. She's running numbers on her hand.
We got the fuel to get to Kuat.
Oh, we got the fuel to get wherever we want.
He gives the okay sign with his little fingers. Unmutes the call. All right, Sil. I think we'll be arranging a meeting.
All right. And he gives you a arranged meeting spot on what you know about Kuat is that it is a industrialized world, but slightly different from most industrialized worlds. The planet itself is actually pretty lush and has like terrace gardens and whatnot, but it has this neat little ring around it, which is a man-made ring, and they are the shipyards essentially.
Okay, Sil.
Did I throw the players over? I did not.
No.
Here we go.
Ah, I see. Okay. All right then. I think we can get there. Expect me and 2 others.
You're muted.
Tarvin makes a face like he might want to adjust the number. And he starts like trying to very exaggerated just mouth like leave it open.
Actually thinking on it. Just look for a small guy with a small entourage.
All right. He tells you like a more specific meeting place on Kuat. He's like, I'll be the what? Probably the only bearded Deveronian you'll see in that area.
I got you. Look forward to meeting you then. I forgot the voice again.
All right, and they hang up.
All right, looks like we got work. We got to get to Kuat.
Are you showing anyone else the?
I know. Any attacks first? What an ass.
Curious tips her head and looks
The
over at
data
Tarvin.
pad?
Sorry.
Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Are you showing anyone else the data pad before you get there?
Sure, they'll probably talk about it. I mean, they probably have a little while. They talk over this. But it's basically the same information. Like, yeah, this is a thing that slicers do sometimes or have been doing recently. It's kind of a game.
So we can say that that's kind of how he starts the summary when like the rest of the ship is there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a game involving crime and getting paid.
I'm gonna have to pick who I get to nominate to do it next.
To anyone who has Underworld
Sup?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
You can. The way that this game works is it has an assist rule. So you can choose who you want to be the main roller, and then whoever else is rolling can assist, and I'll allow up to 2 assists. And the assist will give the main roller a blue die per assist.
Per rank of Underworld or per assist?
So you roll. Let me read through this again because I was just reading it. Yeah, no. No, I'll have you roll, and if you have an overall success, then it will add a blue die.
Cool.
Basically giving the next person the opportunity to have more successes and thus more information.
Cool.
So are we just all rolling then? And
Curious will totally be doing research on the way to Kuat.
So, assist is really weird. It doesn't say to roll, actually. But that's in combat. It doesn't really say anything about skill assists. But
that's probably because, like, generally speaking, giving somebody else an advantage is a built-in assist system to the game.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess if you guys just choose who's gonna roll, whoever is assisting, you just add an automatic blue die. You don't have to roll additional.
Well, Tarvin's rolling 2 green dice and a yellow, so who wants to get the main roll then?
I got 1
3
yellow and a green.
So we'll assist you, I guess.
What did you have, Emily?
1 yellow, 1 green.
Okay. So each of you roll and we'll figure out if I get any blue dice then?
No, you just get 2 blue dice. They're assisting you.
Okay. Now you have the 2 difficulty dice, right?
Yes. 2 purples.
Underworld. Well.
Awesome. Okay.
Holy shit.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Dem blue dice, yo.
So you are good for something, aren't you, Crown?
You know it.
At least
A couple of things.
What you know is that Aldi Corp, yes, it exists, but it's a front. And you've heard of it before. It is a front for a group called the Scarlet Fang Syndicate.
Which is not the syndicate that is after Steiner.
No, there are a lot of syndicates. It seems like everyone these days is trying to make a big name syndicate. What you do know about this group in particular is that they tend to run ship parts. steal and smuggle ship parts, different components, and yeah, that's a lot of their business, especially when it's run under the front Aldi Corp. So that's what you're expecting to be asked to deal with. And as far as your advantages go, something about the wording of willing to find stolen cargo and information makes you think that maybe that stolen cargo and information isn't actually theirs.
What a criminal organization was, duplicitous.
I mean,
and they totally told us that it was optional if we didn't want to take it after we found out about no.
I mean, it's definitely still the job, and obviously, like, they're still going to pay you and whatnot. You can tell that much. It just looks like, or this particular message on the boards just looks like a way to make it still seem legal. Does that make any amount of sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wasn't sure when I was building this if I could make it make sense. Anyway, it's up to you how much of that information you pass on.
All of it. Because there's zero reason for him to withhold any of it.
Okay.
I guess a greater question then, Steiner, upon hearing all this. What's our tactic when we meet this guy? Like, we gonna come out and tell him that we know who he's fronting for, or do we just let him think he's pulled the wool over our eyes there?
Well, not letting him know that he... When playing cards with somebody, you don't let them know that you know what is in their hand.
I agree. We should not tell him what we know. As a matter of fact, I don't think he should meet all of us.
Sorry.
I am inclined to agree with Jadmus. To extend Tarvin's rather crude metaphor, it may be in our best interests to, how would you say it, play our cards close to our chests?
Yes, she's learning.
There is a death glare aimed at Tarvin. It's red.
No, it's okay. You just... One of these... crap.
If you pet me again, Crown, I will break your fingers.
Hey, you're only... Oh, you're back again.
Anyone else have anything to say about that?
Everybody else has said it, pretty much. So, yeah.
Shiv? Did he have anything to say?
Well, being a noble, education was never a priority of mine, so I don't know. know what's going on right now.
Okay.
You should definitely take Beef Mountain with you.
Huh?
Talking to Steiner.
Oh, Josh said to be right back.
Did he say?
Hmm?
What?
Josh said on Roll20 he'd be right back.
I missed that.
I have to say I'm kind of proud of the screen name.
What?
I'll be honest. I did not know it was a music type.
Yes. Yes, it's a music type in the Star Wars universe. Canon.
That is an unfortunate name for the music.
And most of the time, Bith are the ones you hear. It's like the cantina music. And like
Okay.
the music that the Twi'leks dance to and basically any dancing scene you see.
No, I understand. It's just an unfortunate name.
Mm-hmm. And then the Biths are the ones with the not clarinets in the cantina.
Oh yeah,
scene.
the bald, like gray alien looking things.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
I mean,
weird.
they're not gray, but they look like the stereotypical gray alien drawing with the big eyes and the big bulbous head.
Yeah. And then the what's it called? Damn it, my brain stopped working. The initials at the bottom. That's the word I was looking for. It just worked so well.
I'm so proud of you, Cassie.
I had so much fucking fun making this.
You did so good. I will be right back. Let me go check on my laptop.
Everybody's leaving.
I'll be right back.
The little symbol at the bottom is the Old Republic symbol, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because at this point, you're in Republic-controlled space.
Oh yay!
Well, Kua is Republic-controlled. Actually, anyone seeking information on the planet can.
I was gonna look
can
up the
see what they
planet
know.
name.
Hmm?
I was gonna look up the planet name or the planet
That would be.
lore.
Yeah, since there's no mid-rim or core or anything like that. I think it's Core Worlds. It's near Corellia.
I have core worlds too.
I returned home.
Then yeah, do Core.
Okay, it's not as great, but I still have it.
Is my lore
Oh,
useful
you need
here?
a
Wow.
difficulty.
Oh, I forgot difficulty though.
What did you say, Kiris? Or
Is my lore useful here?
yes, it will provide you slightly different information on the planet.
Okay. When you get done with the core worlds, I'll lore too then.
I forgot to include the 2 though.
Yeah, so re-roll with 2 purples, or use the same roll but roll 2 purples.
Okay. Is it possible just to roll those 2, or do I have to re-roll the entire skill?
You should just be able to.
Somehow Matt did it earlier.
Yeah, you can just roll 2 purples. So
How did you do
up
that?
on the dice pool thing,
Yeah.
increase your purples to 2 and make sure everything else is on 0. And roll the little
Oh, okay.
die thing right there. That was 4.
Whoops.
Try
Wait.
2.
Wait, but I only have it on 2.
Let me see. Try it again.
There we go.
All right, you have 4 successes, triumph, and a threat. So, which kind of information are you looking for as far as
Um,
are you wanting to know where it's at, what its population is like, what kind of things?
essentially, like, is it like a touristy area since it's a core world? What the crime is like, what activities there are. And that's about it that I can think of.
One sec. All right. So you know that the it's got quite a large population, at least 3 billion.
Okay.
Mostly humans. You know that there is a very distinct class system.
Okay.
There's the aristocracy and a wealthy middle class, and then a working class, and then finally off-world laborers. And you know that their major exports are starships, alcohol, art, luxury goods. Is that the kind of thing you were looking for?
Yeah.
All
Oops, did we lose?
right.
Dallin?
Yep, that looks it.
All right, and then Sarah. Also, I figured out that I can change the GM dice pool and it changes your guys' rolls. But I still want to make you guys put in how difficult things are. Just because I want you guys to get used to the system. Okay. Sarah,
Yes. Sorry.
you wanted to use lore?
Yeah.
What types of things were you looking for?
You may have answered all of the questions that I was going to ask just then, but generally, culture, their history, the history of the culture as well as the history of the planet as kind of the two separate entities that they can be.
Okay.
And any kind of knowledge that she might have from the Chiss ascendancy about what is going on the planet now,
Okay.
or in the near past.
All right. That's also going to be 2 difficulty. Okay. Some slightly different things that you know. You know that Kuat was colonized by Corellians,
Okay.
which is part of why they are. That's why they make starships and whatnot. The ring around the world is called the Drive Yard, and they are very firmly on the side of the Republic when it comes to the treaty and everything. They're Republic controlled. You know that the planet is actually one of the founding sponsors of the Galactic Republic Charter.
Okay.
The original rulers of the planet were called the 10. They were a group of the richest merchant families. And they are from there. That is when the planet was, or the culture was put into the class system.
Okay.
And one interesting thing is that a middle class, a wealthy middle class family would offer a physically perfect male specimen to a female aristocrat to father their children, but not as a husband, having no rights to the mother, just have a stallion.
Interesting. But that does seem something that the Chiss would be interested in knowing.
Mm-hmm. That male specimen is called the Telbun, or Telbun, Telbun.
Cool.
Alrighty. And those are the things that you guys know.
We know all the things.
It's a really interesting planet. I would go to this planet. Yeah. Alright. So I know we didn't get too far tonight, but it is 9 o'clock and Matt and I haven't even eaten. And we've had a lot of interruptions on our end. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to call it here so that you can get to the planet and go through things next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because I've still got to take a shower and everything before I go to bed. So that being said, anyone have a fun song to take us out with?
Nothing serious.
I
Yeah,
do
nothing
not.
serious.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to
nothing
be
serious.
I mean, if you go back in there, you got Fats.
I think Matt was looking something up. Oh, he doesn't have his thing set up. All right.
I might have a fun one.
Fun ones are fine.
Maybe.
Just send it to me. I can play it over the YouTube.
There's a Spotify link.
Hmm?
In Discord.
I think that only shows a 30-second clip for me.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
It's okay. We don't
30
need a
seconds is long
super
enough.
long outro. Anyway, this has been the laid back casual session of Star Wars. One of many, I'm sure.
Probably.
And good night.
Good night.
Good night.